Hello and welcome to another Raggy's Beers, Wines and Spirits review. Today we're going to be reviewing this fella from Thailand, the BeerLao. And it's a 5% beer. And it says here, BeerLao is brewed from the best local rice and overseas high quality malts, giving it a unique taste. BeerLao was launched in 1973 and has become the best-selling and leading brand in Laos. And I gotta be honest, I ain't got a clue where Laos is. It was also awarded gold medals by various international competitions. So nice gold pour, good lacing around the edge, white head. Ooh, quite a nice fruity aroma, to be honest. And somebody's reviewing it, and what they've said here is, Lao beer is magnificent. I'm so pleased to have found a supplier here in the UK. It tastes slightly better in Luang Prabang, but I don't hold that against drinksupermarket.com. Somebody else, I drank loads of this in Lao. It's a lovely beer, really smooth, no horrible hangover, well worth the import price. And again, a lot of quality. Best beer in the world, in my humble opinion. So, you know, obviously it's something. Let's see what another place says about it. Oh, I've got to say, that's bloody nice. Obviously it's a lager beer. We know it's a lager. They know it's a lager. But yeah, crisp, refreshing, as lagers are going to be. It's not quite chilled, so if anybody's watching this, even chilled, I would expect it to be even better. But even in you know, it's pretty cool where it's been sat, and even at that temperature, oh. A lovely twang on the tongue, really good bite to it. So it's in this country, it's either imported or brewed by Carlsberg. I would think it'd be imported, but you don't know, because half the time these countries, you know, a lot of these lagers are made over it and just stick the labels on to make them look like they're made overseas. Why? Because it makes, you know, it keeps the tradition going, sort of thing. Or maybe it's shipped over here in mega tanks and then bottled over here. You don't know. It's hard to know unless you work for that manufacturer. Oh, that's so damn refreshing. Really hits the spot nicely. So my hot tub experiment's failed. I've got one more try tomorrow. I'm going to have to let it dry out and seal it from both sides. I think there's only one bloody leak. I think. So I'll have to seal it from both sides. Unless there's another leak and I ain't seen it. So seal it from both sides and try and get it to hold. I'm sure someone who deals with inflatable dinghies would be able to fix it within seconds. Me, obviously new to all that sort of shit, I'm struggling, shall we say. But hey, you can't win them all, can you? You know, in life. I'm definitely going to put the patches on the inside tomorrow, so when the water goes in, or the air or whatever, it pushes against it, so it seals it on the inside as well as a seal on the outside. That's my hope. Will it work? Probably bloody not. But, you know, you can't win them all. I've just cooked a lovely dinner as well. 20 minutes, 16 minutes. Oh, I need to watch that. So, you go to the shops these days, and obviously steak is not cheap. And then you've got pork loins, steak, and it flipping it. So you buy a steak, you're looking at about £3 for a steak. Get pork loin, and it's like £4, and we've got 8 for £4, 8 steaks. And it's like flipping heck. 1 beef steak, 8 pork steaks. So tonight, I cooked dinner tonight. My night for cooking dinner. Wife's been cooking baking cakes all day. There's only so much bacon you can stand. So I've gone in there. Got the pork steaks in the JML, the halogen oven. Brilliant for cooking steaks. All the fat drops below. Good way of cooking. Like an air fryer, if you're going to call it that, but it's not. We call it a JML, halogen oven. And then I got crispy potatoes in the deep fat fryer. Put some pepper sauce on, and then I got garlic butter. Chopped it in half. Got half a portion of garlic butter. Lobbed that in the pan. Warmed that up, and pork chops are cooked to perfection. Slightly, nicely on the fatty bits. Nicely crispy, but not crispy as in you can't eat it. And get the crispy potatoes, chuck them in, obviously get the kitchen towel, get the fat off them. No one wants fat. Put them in the bowl, get the melted garlic butter, chuck it over, give it a, whisk it up and down, get that garlic butter interactive with the potato, put that on the plate, peppercorn sauce over the top, pepper sauce rather, over the top, and God, my gazebo's getting hammered again. And made for a nice dinner. In fact, that nice, I had to lay on the floor for 10 minutes because I couldn't move. First thing to eat today though, so I can stand for that. So the taste, it's got a lovely taste to it. I mean, I don't know if it's rice that I'm tasting or not, but I can say it's a very, very unique lager. Obviously they're using lager malts with rice, and it's making for something very different, and them people in Thailand know their stuff. Me personally, I'm hoping to make at some stage a sake, a rice, can't pronounce my W's and R's, a rice wine. It's funny, you can pronounce them, then you listen to somebody else who can't pronounce them, then all of a sudden you catch the bug. And although fair play, I was brought up in the St Anne's area of Nottingham, which is quite a low class area, and come from a poor family, a family that, not had it all our own way. We certainly aren't rich and all this, and we've certainly had a lot of injustices in our lives. Raggy lives matter. Raggy's life matters. And why is that? That should not be controversial. No, my life does matter. There's lots of lives that matter out there, isn't there? Hey, there's lots of persecution. Some of the shit I've had to suffer in my life, and there's lots of people who've suffered shit. Of all colours, all creeds, colours, religions. You have to look around the world and some of the terrible stuff that's going off. And for me, everyone, no matter what colour, religion, whatever you are, whoever you are, we all deserve a fair crack at life, and that's how it should be. And people really shouldn't look at history teaches to be better people, and this is something we must all remember. Don't eradicate history. You can't eradicate what's happened. You learn. We all learn from history. We all learn from doing something horrible, there's a time when all of us say the wrong thing, do the wrong thing, and we regret it afterwards. That person who continues doing it and continues doing it, then you're an arsehole. Putting it nicely. That's my view on the world. But there you go. I mean, you've got barn pots like Trump in charge of the USA. A very arrogant billionaire white man. Who is, and some of the stuff I understand where he's coming from, some of it. But some of the stuff you just cringe, you think, oh my God, how the hell did this man get in, And so you're putting federal officers' lives in danger by sending them against the people that are demonstrating. Why not, get peacemakers to go in and say, look, we understand what you're saying, we understand what you're doing. There is a way of doing this. There is a way to get your opinion heard. As long as it's a valid opinion, you're not raiding shops, burning businesses down that have got nothing to do with the issues that you're demonstrating for. I mean, you look at places like Yemen, where all the kids that are dying because of the war between Saudi Arabia and Iran, which is, Yemen is part of that. And, it's ridiculous in some ways. Look at Syria. I mean, in some ways, the West needs to keep out of Middle Eastern affairs, because we go in, we got rid of Saddam Hussein, but what did it do? Saddam Hussein, being Iraq, kept the Iranians back. He was and he was proper anti-Iranian, but then he fell out with America. America accused him of mass weapons, and what's happened since? It's been an absolute ball ache, the whole lot of it has. All those people's lives that have lost in both there and Afghanistan, and for me, they should have just bombed the shit out of them, where they needed to bomb, and no innocent lives, or absolute minimum innocent lives. All these wars are no good for anybody, because they do. In the end, did they win? No. Iraq's still a very dangerous place, and Western countries do not go meddling with bloody Middle Eastern affairs. You need the Middle Eastern countries to police their own people, really. Am I right? Am I wrong? You just read the news and you think, why even bother? It's like the Vietnamese War. That was an absolute waste of time, that was. Korean War. I mean, wars that made, no war makes sense really, but World War One and World War Two, fighting, the Germans and then obviously Hitler. The Falklands War, I suppose, backing the Argentines off. Although sometimes you look at Argentina and Britain and you think, if those waters around the Falklands, I mean, I don't know what goes off there, I'm not really that interested. But, oh my God, we're dying, we're nearly there. Anyway, so for me, great lager, out of 5, 4.4 out of 5, really different taste, and the battery's dying. Thanks for watching. See you soon. Cheers. Bloody battery.